Good evening, Contest of Champions. What a week it's been. We are here for your Week 10 matchups. We are only a few weeks away from the playoffs. I know you're excited. I know the anticipation is building. Let's get into the matchups. Let's see how we're shaking out. We got some
Look
juicy
at
ones.
these dumpster
Nope.
fires.
Oh,
What is this league? Deandre Hopkins, I hate you. Oh my God.
you know what?
We're just going straight to my matchup? Great. I'll just go on
Let's
a
address
rant
the
real
elephant
quick.
in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.
The
I'm not
second
sure.
loss by less than half a point. Are you kidding me?
hmm hmm I'm not sure what magical deal Jeremy made with the Witch in the Woods before this season started. But whatever it was, he is being very
You
successful.
better move up that wedding date. Because I don't know how long he's going to have a soul for at this rate.
So, yeah. Jeremy, typically in the past couple weeks, scoring relatively in that sort of 105, 110 range. Put a little extra hot sauce. Honestly, that DeAndre catch. I mean, listen, it. I think it's
Gobbledygook.
fair to
That's
say
what it is.
it was crazy, and I think the best part is Anthony's going to. I mean, he's going to see that catch a million times for the rest of his life, and every time he's going to think about losing this fantasy game, and that is pretty special. I think that's pretty special. Listen.
I haven't seen a catch one time since it happened. Not once.
Really?
Not
I've seen
once.
it like 5 times.
Not once. I'm just full blown avoiding it at all costs, and it's
Wow,
gobbledygook. That's all it is.
that's really exciting. Josh Jacobs showed up this week. He's been disappearing for several, and he said, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play."
Of course he's gonna play. He's playing against me. Obvious. Worst matchup in 5 weeks for him. Drops 29 points.
Well, see, he was a little banged up, or somewhere around here, and he said, "Oh, I'm feeling better. I,
Yeah,
I could run. I could run for
Devontae Booker.
102."
I didn't stop him.
Yo, everybody could run on the
Everybody can
Broncos.
run on the Broncos, I guess. Let me ask you a question. Do you have any turnovers Devontae Adams has in the last 3 years? He's got one. He fumbled on Sunday. Lost by 0.5. You know how many kicks Jason Sanders missed this season? 0. Oh no, wait, 1 the other day on my team.
There were.
Do you know how many times the Giants have given up less than 8 points to a fantasy defense this season? 1 this past Sunday against Philadelphia. You know how many different ways I should have won this game? A lot. Am I juicing this up just so that Jeremy really enjoys this video? Yeah. Because guess what? If I don't win this game on Thursday, I am abandoning everybody. Jeremy all the way. I'm tired of being mad when he wins. Hope he wins it all. I'm on the hype train. I am jumping ship. Because I can't mentally handle this anymore. I'm benching every player. Ban me from the league next year. I can't do this anymore. Stack correction for everybody, by the way. The Philadelphia defense is going to pick up a sack on Thursday. Vindication.
We'll see about that.
Hope so.
We shall see about that.
I made up that stat. I don't know if that's true.
It's one of those things. You play the game for
Justin Herbert had a pick. Brandon Ayuk had -8 rushing yards.
There's a lot of ways that Anthony could have won, and there's a lot of ways that he didn't.
No, there's only one way that I didn't. Literally one way.
The way
and it's
the
DeAndre
game
Hopkins
goes,
catching a 43-yard triple coverage Hail Mary touchdown because the safety behind him, whose name I have to learn because he's my least favorite person on the planet, just decided to skip the gym and couldn't punch the ball out of his hands, even though he only had one job. Well, your only job on that play, realistically, is to just tackle DeAndre Hopkins. Because you know how many pass interference calls get called to Hail Marys? 0. Just fucking tackle the guy. Just tackle him. They're not going to call it. Gobbledygook.
Yeah.
Cleveland, by the way.
Cleveland
Trash can
defense, by the way.
defense. Houston. People thought they
Weather
were for
Bowl.
real. Deshaun Watson? Terrible. Terrible.
It's a Weather Bowl, man.
I don't care. Aaron Rodgers balled out in weather. Why
It's
couldn't
true.
Deshaun Watson? Deshaun Watson is so good. Everybody, best quarterback in the league. Not named Patrick Mahomes. Best quarterbacks in the league, not named Patrick Mahomes, don't win 2 football games. So, I'm just saying.
Texas boy plays in a dome. He's playing in the wind.
Is Reliance Stadium a dome? NRG Stadium? Used to be Reliance Stadium.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a dome. Do a quick fact check on that, but I'm almost positive it's a dome. Jeremy holds on to his number 1 spot. We'll get into Greg is quickly on his heels.
I did everything I could.
I mean, listen, guys.
I made him earn it.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, took it to the brink. All right. We were talking all week. You know, Jeremy's looking to retractable dome. All right, fair enough.
I've just watched so many games in the sunlight and that, because like it's Houston, Texas, usually good weather.
Of course. We were talking about how Jeremy is appearing to be very susceptible to a potential spoiler. And, I mean, he was.
If Josh Jacobs comes to play,
yeah,
he will have trouble losing in the playoffs. That's really all it is.
But, Jeremy showed up. He did what he needed to do, even with his 8.7 points from Carson Wentz. What the heck is this? Oop. Alrighty. I think, you feel a little better?
No, I don't feel better. I still lost.
Okay, good. Well, that's unfortunate. All right, moving on.
Look, I got to put Jeremy over, okay?
That's right. That's right.
That's what the script said.
It's a face turn.
Me and this guy have the same record, by the way, chat. This man rubbed 2 nickels together and got 57 points. We have the same record. But that's fine. 57.
Now listen.
I could have beat him and somebody else this week, but instead I just played Jeremy, so I lost.
I feel like everyone's entitled to have a bust week, I think that's fair.
Dropped Ryan Suckup on Tuesday, by the way. Would have won me the week.
Ryan Suckup. He was mean. Kicked a lot of field goals.
Yeah, he benched Ronald Jones too.
Oh yeah, I would have gotten. He had Wayne Gallman, dude. I would have gotten shellapped no matter what I did.
What have we been saying about Bender?
Bender. I mean, listen. I benched some guys because of weather. And I was talking the whole time, asking people, and I was like, I'm gonna plant the flag. I'm gonna plant the guys.
You picked yourself.
Rolled with some other guys. Now ultimately it wouldn't have mattered because it obviously wouldn't have. But obviously you don't want to see 56.96 points because that's doo doo. But sometimes you are the doo doo.
These guys are butts, chat. Makes me sad.
Big old butts. So the spoiler ghost lives on, doing what he can to spoil. But listen, at this point in the year, we're looking for keepers. We're playing for the consolation bracket. We're taking it easy, guys. We're taking it easy. It was a nice ride, but we just got to go with the flow now. Let the games go as they will.
Stay corrected, by the way. Washington's defense gave up 4 points to the Giants in Week 6. They're pitiful excuse for a defense. So, one time all season they've given up less than 5 points. Just want to fact check myself.
Gotcha. Bender.
Marquise Brown, drop him. Yep. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Bender
if your player don't score no points, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Bender played a good lineup. I don't know.
Bender has a great team going to the playoffs.
Bender played a no-brain good team lineup and smoked you. That's all it comes down to. There were no decisions to be made. Maybe he benches Duke Johnson and starts Ronald Jones. I mean, hey, I understand Duke Johnson over Ronald Jones. I probably would have went the other way, but it doesn't matter.
No, absolutely not. Got good depth pieces going in. I think Bender's going to be
Duke
a tough
Johnson's
matchup
definitely
for
the
you
higher
folks.
floor, you would think, coming into the week. There's nobody else on the Texans.
I would have been very afraid of Ronald Jones.
As somebody who watched the game, and Ronald Jones fumbled on like the 3rd play of the game and gave up a touchdown to the Panthers. Oh, you would have thought it was all over for Ronald Jones.
As the Fournette owner,
and then you just watched Leonard Fournette touch the football like a baby deer and you're just like, oh god, he just doesn't have the ability to play football anymore. Let's get
No,
Ronald Jones back in there.
Fournette is very. He looks done.
Leonard Fournette on the Bucks or Le'Veon Bell on the Jets? Or Le'Veon Bell on the Chiefs?
Fournette on the Bucks.
Gross.
At least he touches the ball.
All right, Bell on the Jets versus Fournette on the Bucks.
Bell on the Jets.
Bell on the Jets, right? Oh, that's gross.
While he's healthy, of course.
Obviously. It's gross. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a hurt.
All right, lads.
Good thing he got hurt, by the way.
Now,
speak of the devil.
This is what the people want. All right, we all want Evan to get into the playoffs, to get a nice seed. Okay, we want the boy genius to succeed. It's unfortunate.
I thought you said 6th seed. I was like, why do we want him to be the 6th seed? And then
I
realized you said succeed.
It's unfortunate that our poor Dan had to be the victim this week.
I mean, it was really just the weather across the NFL really buried a lot of people in fantasy football.
Listen, I'm going to say this.
Did you have players who played in domes? Good job. Did you not have players that played in domes? Yikes.
I'm going to say this only for Dan. Michael Thomas overrated?
I think he's still hurt.
I think he is too. I definitely think he's still hurt.
I think he's still hurt, and he has a quarterback who can't push the ball down the field. Jameis Winston might be an upgrade. We'll see.
I don't see.
I don't think it is either, but
he's a turnover machine.
Those of you watching, if you play in an ESPN league, go pick up Taysom Hill. He's a tight end, tight end eligible in ESPN leagues. Go pick up Taysom Hill, start him in a tight end slot, because tight ends this year, terrible. They're so bad. Go start Taysom Hill, quarterback in a tight end slot. Jaden Samuels all over you.
Fun fact for you kids.
Yeah, we play in Yahoo leagues though, so nobody's picking up Taysom Hill. Not worth it.
I'm in an ESPN league. I have a claim in for him right now.
Job,
Dan, listen.
I knew you would.
Of course, Dan. I hate to see it. You hate to see it. I'm right there with you, buddy.
This might mean it's all over for our hero.
I don't know if I think the points for might vary. We'll take a look at the end here, but this is tough.
You did everything you're supposed to. You named the team after him. You brought him in.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. I mean, the players good starts. I mean, in my opinion, there was nothing wrong with these guys.
I mean, he just had too many people in the Cleveland and Jacksonville games. Look at that. Half his team. You got Jacksonville. That weather was terrible. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. That weather was terrible. Kareem Hunt, Cleveland. The weather was terrible. Austin Hooper. The weather was terrible. He got screwed by 50-mile-an-hour winds. And this another week where Drew Brees gets hurt, kind of late in the game, and Dan's gonna try to pin the L on Drew Brees, but he played at least a half of football. Didn't play that well.
Yeah. Evan, I know he's got T. Higgins on here with a bunch of points too.
Evan gets bailed out by a easy matchup. Evan's got
now
Damian Harris, league winner.
I don't. Damian Harris.
That offense went through Damian Harris. That's 13 points on just yardage. Get that man in your lineup. Look at Damian Harris's cupcake schedule coming up.
It's going to be interesting to see how Evan transitions into sort of a playoff mindset.
Look at that medley of teams that have never stopped a run game in their entire life, and then the Rams, and then Miami. Not a great playoff schedule, but the rest of the regular season schedule.
Okay. Going into this Thursday, it's going to be very interesting, right? Tyler Lockett, a little banged up. Chris Carson. Is he coming back ever?
Probably not.
I hope so.
I mean, ever, yeah.
I
don't think he's playing this week, that's for sure.
So we'll see what Evan's lineup is going to look like next week.
Bet on it.
But he's got some very nice young receivers. Justin Jefferson really emerging as one of the top guys.
Jerry Jeudy, solid.
T. Higgins, love it. Love to see it.
Gets a win without the Baltimore special teams, by the way.
I know. They put up a stinker.
Put up a stinker and he gets a W. That's nice.
Evan, my guy, count your blessings. 71 points with a W. We take those, baby. We take those. Moving on. So, Greg gets a nice
That's 69,
fat
69 backwards.
Fat W. He's 8-2. He's 8-2. He started the season 0-2. He's been on an 8-game winning streak.
The
It's
guy
nuts.
who we said would win it all midway point.
It is nuts.
Another
Tom
guy
Brady.
who gets it done in a week where his stars didn't perform.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady
Tom
never
Brady's
has
gonna
two
have a
bad games
week.
in a row. Greatest of all
Tom
time.
Brady never has 2 bad games in a row.
Never has two
Tom
bad
Brady's
games in a row. It's just a fact.
Yeah, I mean this one was a tough one. DK Metcalf locked down. Nothing. Boop all down here. No. Why did?
Not yet. It's not Thursday. On Thursday, we'll revisit that.
Patrick Mahomes on a bye. Ah, that's what it was. Okay.
Our hero Nathan. Can his injury-ridden team find their way in?
It doesn't look like Chris McCaffrey is gonna play this week either. I mean, Nathan is, at first we were like, all right, Nathan's in the hunt. Nathan's got this. He's putting on a couple too many L's. I mean, it's really gonna come down to the wire. If his players don't come back at the right times, he's gonna be on the outside looking in. I mean, this is pretty ugly, I'll admit. But yeah, 30-point player carries him over.
I love that his running backs put up 12.5 and 13, and we're like, what a terrible week, loser. Just because they're the two most dynamic and elite, two of the most dynamic and elite fantasy running backs in the league.
Yo,
Do you know how many people in this league would be so excited for 25 points from their running backs, especially this week?
Thrilled.
Be thrilled. Not me. My running backs are great.
I got 8 points for my running back.
Yeah.
Exactly. What did Nathan get? Nathan actually, pretty fine.
Well, if you count Troy Pope's a running back, he played in his flex.
Ooh, this is true. You got poped. All right.
Stop trying to make Troy Pope a thing. He's not.
Yeah, I know. I ejected him before the games on Sunday.
Kalen Ballage, a thing. Like I said, just Justin Jackson, same thing. No difference. They provide no difference on our roster.
Fair. Greg, you and Jeremy are neck and neck, head to head, foot to foot.
Mano y mano.
This is going to be exciting to see who gets the number one. Can't wait. All right, we gotta talk about it.
There he is. 2 in a row.
All of a sudden, Kyle's putting some wins together, huh? Playoff push?
Playoff push? Not super last. That's all it
Not
is.
super last.
Not super last. Still last.
0 wins. Wow, that's embarrassing. 1 win? Ha! I spit on 1 win. 2 wins. Now you have my attention.
You had 2 wins. You had a bad year. You got ravaged by injury, but you'll be fine. You get them next year.
I love the MVS. Just go get those points. Get those points while you can. Lock them in, because
just keep starting them. Keeps working.
Wow, Aaron Rodgers MVS.
The Aaron Rodgers MVS stack has won this man back-to-back weeks, while Aaron Jones, in atrocious weather. I'm just saying. Do you know what the difference between Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun Watson is? Well, I mean, one of them is a Hall of Famer and the other one's not. But Aaron Rodgers played in 30-mile-an-hour winds, and he had 325 passing yards. That's all I'm saying. He found a way to get the ball to his receivers.
Craig even had the hero Thursday night Nyheim Hines start. He went into the week with 26 points. I bet he was feeling good. I would have felt good. You would have felt good.
Especially against Kyle? Are you kidding? It's a W.
My gosh. You would have said lock it in.
Lock it in.
Winning.
And
Russell Wilson pooped. Juju, good game. Juju's really been coming on lately.
Yeah.
He's really been picking it up.
I think he's going to continue to.
I think so too. Hot take. Not a hot take, but I think I said that like 4 weeks ago. Anyway,
I'll give it to you.
Right around the time I acquired him in a trade, I said that. It was hopeful thinking. Yeah. I mean, listen, the rest of the guys didn't really show up. Aaron Jones, he's been consistently above 10 points. That's nice. but not a pop-off game.
Hasn't scored a touchdown in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Hasn't scored a touchdown since he came back, right? Yeah, hasn't scored a touchdown since he came back.
Hurting his overall points.
He got hurt in that Tampa game. That doesn't count.
Goosed.
The double goose.
Melvin Gordon, the epitome of a goose.
Basically a goose. Goose in disguise. Lost by 23 though. So like a tight end goose and a defense goose, like that's not 23 points. You know, that's 15. Rex Burkhead.
Yeah, Rex Burkhead, Malcolm Brown.
You're never starting those guys over what do you put in his roster?
Yeah, it's like why
There's no decision to be made there. He started everybody right because you're not. Naheem Hines is the only person you consider benching for one of those two guys. Maybe Randall Cobb in the weather. I'll say that.
Yeah, Greg, I want to talk to you. Let's stop starting Randall Cobb.
Maybe drop him.
Let's just agree to stop putting him in your starting lineup. Just because I don't like it, and I don't think you should.
But there's a running back, so yeah, who else is he? I mean, T.Y. Hilton, but
he needed a receiver, and it was kind of rough. Julio was on a bye, and you're not going to start Ty because Ty is done. So I don't know. I'm sure there's a guy on the wire. Maybe not.
Let's see. I'm looking at the wire, and I'm just looking at guys that like I might have started instead of him. That scored like any amount of points, and they're not out there. It ain't it, Chief.
It's tough. This was really more of a
that's like it.
Emotional victory. You know, the win and loss doesn't really impact anyone.
It's a great win for the Pick'ems. We'll see it later.
It is a great win for the Pick'ems. The Pick'ems, I think.
Your boy planted a flag last week.
I think I was extra bad on the Pick'ems. All right, now this one. Whoo, this was hot fire.
This might have been an elimination game.
David has been on, I'm going to say, a 3 or 4 week slide.
David's team is as bad as Kyle's team has been good. Let's just say it like that.
He has been dropping weeks like a rock. Now,
look, when every good player's on a bye, though.
Yeah, when these players come back. This is really one
of those teams where you see it after the draft, and you're like, oh, that guy's going to sack week 10. You know, you look at that roster, and you're like, that guy just loses week 10, and it's fine. Hopefully you have enough wins at that point where it doesn't matter. And he has 5, so technically he does have enough wins where it doesn't really matter. He's still alive.
This is tough.
Clinching to that 6th seed.
You know, you don't want to see it, but Travis is moving up. He's got the points on some guys. If Travis gets into a good position, he's going to be pushing folks down. But as of now, David is still in. 5-5. He's got the 6th spot. He's just got to get a couple more W's, and he'll be fine. He'll get into the playoffs, and we'll see how it goes from there. Travis, you know, we were talking about, maybe he might start slowing down. I think
Kyler Murray ain't slowing down. Travis ain't slowing down, brother.
The focal point of Travis's team is Kyler Murray, Alvin Kamara. The fact that
the number one quarterback and the number one running back in fantasy football, good combo.
The fact that DeAndre Swift has sort of emerged as his own point-scoring player, with a little few inconsistencies here and there, but DeAndre Swift put on a great game. The rest of his team are good special teams. Always got to point out good special teams. The rest of his team kind of stunk, kind of doo-doo.
Wow, that's actually true, by the way. That wasn't a made-up stat. Kyler Murray is the number one quarterback, and Alvin Kamara is the number one running back in our league. He has the number one quarterback and the number one wide receiver in football.
Two 30-pointers. I mean, listen, you're going to get a W with that.
Most
Travis
of the time,
is scary, guys. Travis is scary.
Watch out.
All right, let's take a look
if George Kittle wasn't hurt.
Wow. I know.
Wow, it's going to be unstoppable.
Bad. I knew we were going to have a bad.
Look at that score, baby!
Solid, dude.
And the one loss was by .44. It was me!
Wow, you could have had a clean
sweep. I could have had a clean sweep. A perfect 6-0. I was 5-1. 6-0.
It is 6-0.
I will be 6-0 after Thursday when Philadelphia defense picks up one sack that I watched happen live that they never got counted for. It'll happen. Everybody wear your pajamas inside out. You know, like a snowstorm. It'll happen.
We took 2 boys. We took Travis and we took Greg. Everybody else, Dan, Greg.
Which I'm pretty looking Anthony. At it preseason or pre-week. Those were like locks. Like I think those are the only ones that we didn't like discuss. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Listen.
Wow,
Maybe
I did not know I went 5-1.
1 week, maybe I'll stop picking myself.
Stop it.
But
I've
but
picked against
today
you.
is not that
I've
week,
picked against Andrew
baby.
every week for the last 4 weeks, guys, and it is really working out as I close the gap.
Ugh, it's rough and tough.
I should say
All
pull
right,
away because I'm never going to catch him in real points because he guesses every week. But as I pull away in percentage projection, as he plummets to
let's
almost below 50%,
listen.
tragedy.
Let's jump into next week's matchups.
All right.
This is going to decide a lot of people's fates.
No,
I mean,
it's
there's some
not.
actually.
Oh,
This is
this week
actually
or your game? Sorry.
no. This week.
I thought you were hovering over your matchup, and I was like, no, it's not.
No.
I was
It
like,
is
your
not.
matchup doesn't mean anything.
Now, listen.
It's maybe a number 1 seed on the line, but like, who cares?
Yeah,
There's no real difference between number 1 and number 2.
This is more pride than anything else. Jeremy and I obviously been playing fantasy football together for quite a long time.
Wow, you've got a
Historically,
nice
I do not have a
little,
very good record against Jeremy.
you got a nice little
But I
projection advantage here.
I have beaten him. I actually beat him last week in our tacos league.
Did you?
So
Must have been.
we'll see. Now listen, coming out the gate, projections look kind of nice. It's just because of Geo, but that's we won't say anything.
I tell you what, as somebody who traded away Gio Bernard and Joe Mixon, that trade looks pretty good. It's too bad Leonard Fournette has been worthless.
Yeah, kind of a stinker.
Like that trade has really been. That trade isn't going to pay dividends for Jeremy until the playoffs.
Yes.
And man, he better get a first round bye because second week they play Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, the fact that
Wow. You know what, Chad?
Wow, are you actually?
I hate it. I want to pick you.
Contemplating this? Are you actually thinking about it? Wow.
Because like Jeremy's trolling, he's not going to start Jameis Winston. There's no way.
You say that. Who are they playing?
That's true. Jeremy does have a weird heroin like Jameis Winston addiction.
He loves some
where
Jameis.
He needs to start Jameis Winston. If he does, he will lose to you.
Jeremy's quarterback decisions have been
as good as Jeremy is at fantasy football. I would rather my non-existent little sister pick my quarterback every week than Jeremy. He just has. Where's Ryan Tannehill? Oh, playing Baltimore. Landmine. Brandon Ayuk put up 14. I needed one more point, Brandon.
It's been tough.
Trade Tannehill away doesn't have a 15-point week
to
yet.
pick quarterbacks this year. I mean, listen. I'm kind of liking my lineup here, boys.
Look, I'm kind of liking your lineup, and that, you know what, that makes me hate it.
Give me the pick. Click it.
No, here's the problem. Leonard Fournette on 11.24.
This is the most inflated garbage.
Way.
He gets so high projections.
I look at that, and I'm looking at Lamar overrated Jackson. And I just think to myself,
God is 21. Leave him alone.
James Robinson against Pittsburgh.
Leave him alone.
Nathan, shout out for the prime, says, this is a bribe. Don't review my team.
Too late, Nathan. Too late.
Oh, my God. You missed it. It happened earlier.
Oh, my. But listen, guys, we're picking me. Obviously, I'll put the league pick on the line. I got to go with myself against Jeremy. I will take him down for Greg.
I can't pick against Deandre Hopkins and Terry McLaurin in those matchups. It's Jeremy.
I know. These are so good. Listen, let's avert your eyes.
I hate him so much, but I can't pick against DeAndre Hopkins.
He's too good. He's too good at football. All right, Jeremy, you got to win this week, man. Don't let me spoil. All right. This is a must-win for Dan. Flat out, no bones about it. Craig's actually coming out kind of hot. You know, he's got some pretty good players, man. Russell Wilson with a 26-point projection. That's high.
Back-to-back primes. Shout out to Ian. Sorry, YouTube. We don't normally do this live.
Aaron Jones, Julio, the Jones boys. Yeah. Dan's got Caleb Ballage in the starting lineup, so it's Bet. Dan, you trolling? Listen, wow. I think Dan might be punishing his running backs for underperforming these past couple weeks.
Honestly, though,
I mean, it's been.
I like
it's been
those running
rough
backs.
going.
They're what I would call risky, but they're not. Like,
Kalen Balazs has been solid.
I love the Kalen Balazs start this week.
Revenge game?
I mean,
against his team of like a week?
A week? Just like his floor is so high. He is getting so many touches.
A lot.
Now, here's my problem. It's Matt Stafford against the Carolina defense. We all know the Carolina defense is elite. I mean, come on. Jeremy Chin, that other corner that he talks about sometimes, how is he going to throw to anybody?
Azul Douglas.
Azul Douglas, sure. I think it's Rasul Douglas. I don't think he got his name right.
Yeah, Azul is blue.
Against Blue Douglas. Blue Douglas.
Hey, did you know his name was Sir Purr?
Sir
that bear over there.
Great stuff.
Wow.
Great stuff.
Dan, I hope you win.
If Kenny Golladay plays, Matt Stafford's probably a good start.
If Kenny Golladay plays, I don't think you can start Marvin Jones. Oh man, I don't.
Russell Wilson never has 2 bad games in a row? Question mark.
A partial tear in his throwing hand. That's not good.
It's not Matt Stafford, Chief. I'll tell you that much.
It might have to be somebody else. Listen, let's do a live. Let's do a
live look in.
Let's do a look here, guys. Let's do a look here. By the way, I like to.
You start by rostered percentage?
I search
That's
by
disgusting.
roster.
Projected weak points. That's the way to go.
No.
Yes.
Think about this. Think about searching for rostered.
No, if you're looking for a matchup this week, hold on. I'm just saying. Hold on. Exactly. So you're looking at Alex Smith. Go up. Look how far you had to scroll down for Alex Smith. Go to season total, and instead of season total, just drop down to week 11 projections or this week's projections. Either one. Now, filter, sort by fantasy points. Alex Smith, like 6 down. Why is he so far down? I don't know why he's so far down. Bad projections.
Yeah,
but this is a much better picture of who you could pick up. Because I don't care about the season long. I shouldn't be giving this away. This is how I swear. I don't hate. Honestly though, you start the best quarterback on the Baltimore Ravens, Joe Flacco.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that's a secondary option.
Flacco.
Maybe you keep an eye out for the Taysom Hill start, or
Carson Wentz.
You really double down. You play your boy Jake Luton against
Pittsburgh. Oh my God! Please God no.
You think about that.
Baker Mayfield.
Is Teddy okay?
No.
They hurt Teddy.
He hurt his knee. Minus brain. He'll probably play.
I hope so.
Who would have thought when we made that bet at the beginning of the season that the Carolina Panthers were going to have 4 wins and the Jets would have 0? Like, we were both betting on our teams like 6 versus 7 wins. And Dan, with his like 3-2 start, he thought he was looking good.
Yeah,
I haven't paid up yet. Is it Phil Rivers against Green Bay? It might be Phil Rivers.
It might be. All right. You think about that, Dan. You think about that.
I mean, I am. Give me some Craig here. I don't really have to think hard.
Taking Craig?
Yeah. I'm Russell Wilson, Thursday night, prime time.
Russell
That's
Wilson.
A 40 bomb. That's a 40 bomb, and we have a rule here.
We do have a rule. Got to follow the rules. Dan, I hope
you don't lose a 40-point player.
I hope you win. I'd like to see Dan.
I don't. Even
succeed.
If Dan runs the table, I don't know if he gets in. That's the problem.
I don't know either. We'd have to look at it again.
Yeah.
We spent like 45 minutes doing that last time.
That live today.
We'll take a quick look at the overall points.
Quick peek. Okay.
All right.
Who we got next?
This
is actually a huge matchup.
This is a huge week. David, you are on the cusp. All right? You can't drop
Josh Allen.
Wow, really?
No Josh Allen. Yeah. It's got Kirk Cousins against Dallas. I mean, it's a good matchup. The only problem is, does Dalvin Cook just go for 200 against that Dallas defense? And Kirk Cousins is irrelevant. Calvin Ridley's going to play. I'm pretty sure. Running off to the side on Monday. He's going to play.
Yeah. It's funny because I mean a lot of David's decreased production has been coming from lack of Calvin Ridley. You know, Calvin Ridley started off the year on fire. Good player.
Every full game he's played this season, he has 15 points. I mean,
hope he comes back. Bender on fire, killing it. He's got some good matchups for some of his more lower key players.
I would say he's got some bad matchups for his best key players, though. Well, Tyreek Hill's fine, but like
This is an interesting game.
I
It's
don't
going
like
to be a
AJ
little
Brown against
closer.
Baltimore. I don't like Ronald Jones against the Rams. Oh, here's the problem. Is he chasing points on Ronald Jones, or is he just
Yes,
fine?
absolutely.
I think he is too. But like, what are his options here? Who's he starting instead? Nobody. Wayne
It's not
Gallman's on a
great. It's
bye.
not great.
You're not going to start Daryl
Stephon
Henderson
Diggs on a bye.
Jr. Like,
No. I think that
it's the
decision
right
is totally
start,
fine.
but against that
It might
that
not
Rams
work out.
defense looks 2 years ago Super Bowl Rams defense real. That Rams defense looks good. Jalen Ramsey finally coming into his own with that defense. Aaron Donald is a monster.
I think Ezekiel Elliott's going to get pummeled. I think Todd Gurley's going to have a pretty rough game
I
against
actually think the Cowboys are going to bounce back this week.
Really? With Andy Dalton?
I think the bye week Andy Dalton Cowboys are going to think of
I,
how well they played Pittsburgh. I'm
don't.
not picking David here, but I see the path where the Cowboys have a very competitive game against Minnesota, and it could be through like 22 for 131 and a touchdown from Ezekiel Elliott.
It is completely possible.
Devontae Parker,
completely possible.
Very bad Tua Tagovailoa debuff.
Yeah, I was worried about this. Devontae Parker.
Deshaun Watson never has 2 bad weeks in a row.
Nice targets.
Hunter Henry,
Typically he doesn't.
Like, well, yeah, I mean, for me, it's.
You should. I think
it's funny because Mark Andrews had the same effect. The good targets. Sorry, I thought you said typically he doesn't. I thought you were talking about Mark Andrews when you said that. Mark Andrews had 7 for 61. Very un-Mark Andrews like.
Yeah, no touchdowns, high receptions. Weird.
Volume.
Very weird.
Bad player.
Tennessee Titans are really bad against tight ends, so
yeah.
I mean, maybe not really bad, but they're not great.
Not good against tight ends. I'm still picking.
This is a hot matchup.
I'm picking Benner here, and it's through Tyreek Hill and Nick Chubb for me.
He's on fire. You can't.
With Nick Chubb back and looking crisp.
Very crisp. He looked great.
It looks bad for some of the people out there. We got the Nathan's team. I wonder if Nathan's still around. We got a lot of people here watching live. I'll let you know that.
Nathan, buddy, this is a must-win for you, my guy, and it really hinges on.
He doesn't have a defense in right now, so it's closer than it looks.
This is fair. Are these guys going to play? I mean, that's what you want to know.
Wow, if they don't play, it's like Jalen Reagor and it's Jerry Jeudy. And who knows running back off the wire? Yikes. And Nathan doesn't have a defense in right now. I don't think Tyler Lockett's going to play, personally.
I don't think he will either.
I think that Pete Carroll usually downplays bigger injuries. That's kind of his MO. Mm-hmm. I think Tyler Lockett actually might miss 2 or 3 weeks. Like, I don't think he's playing this week. I don't think he's playing next week. He might not play 2 weeks after that.
It's a really big divisional game for them.
Put me on blast now. Tyler Lockett might miss 4 games. And let me tell you why. They got Arizona this week. I don't think he's going to be healthy enough to play this week. That's the problem.
Ooh.
But then they got Philly, the Giants, the Jets. You tell me the Seahawks need Tyler Lockett to win those football games? Nope. You give him 4 good weeks, let him come back against Washington, get a warm-up game in before the Rams? I'm just saying. He might miss 4 games here. And if he misses 4 games, it might be all she wrote for our boy Gene Zero.
This matchup obviously is very
Chris
dependent.
Carson was limited in practice today. Tyler Lockett did not practice. Just saying.
I hope he plays.
I don't really care if he does or doesn't. I do like Nathan's. Nathan is scrappy in his running backs over here. He's scrapped together some reasonable starts.
Yeah. Listen.
He's been doing it all year.
Flashback to like week 4 or 5.
Week 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7 when we were making fun of his J.D. McKissick roster.
I was like, why the heck are we starting J.D. McKissick out here? J.D. McKissick really developed a niche in the Redskins offense. I mean, he does his thing. He gets points. You can't fault him for that. By hook or by crook. This guy. I don't know, Nathan. I don't know about him.
He started Sammy Watkins? What the?
I don't know if we can trust him.
Well, McCole Hardman, COVID protocol. He's probably not playing, which helps Sammy Watkins' value.
He's had like a hamstring problem all year.
Look,
not all year.
Would I start him? No.
No.
But
no. We'll talk about this, Nathan. We'll talk about this. This is tough. Patty. DK.
To me.
Oof.
You said it right there for me.
Patty DK? You think
Patty DK.
Like
I mean, I just Revenge game, Patty Mahomes. He's got one loss all season?
True.
He's got one loss all season. Revenge game. No way he loses to Oakland twice. Give me Nathan.
Wow.
Nathan, here's what happens. You're looking at the projection right now. It looks swayed. Nathan slaps a defense in there. He's got like 102. He's got 103 projected points. He slaps a 5.3 in there. Then Evan loses Tyler Lockett and Chris Carson. That guy's coming down to like 98 projected points. It's not a predicted points game, obviously, but
it's tough because
I don't think they're playing. Obviously, if they play,
yeah.
If they both play, it's Evan. I definitely don't think Tyler Lockett's playing, and I don't think Chris Carson's playing. It's a big matchup, though, is the problem.
It's a huge
matchup. This NFC, not even NFC West, NFC defining matchup. With Drew Brees on a bye, I'll tell you what, those Green Bay Packers look pretty good to win the NFC right about now. Just saying.
Green, yeah, I don't see it. I don't think their team's good enough.
Yeah, but they're the only team without injuries coming in this last stretch.
That's fair.
And they don't play in the NFC West all against each other.
Oh wow, this is really tough.
For me, it's Nathan. I've locked in Nathan.
Locked in Nathan. All right, I am gonna go with Nathan as well. Evan, you've acquired 7 wins, so you are pretty safe.
Pretty safe. You just gotta get one.
Let's get one more. Get
a win in one of the next 3 weeks, and you're in the playoffs. That's all it is.
Yeah, let's get it. Just to be sure, let's lock it in. But you are pretty safe. Nathan, though, he's on the bubble. He's scrapping. He needs to get in. He's sitting at that 7. He needs to get top 6. All right. Now this, in my opinion, is the matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week? Yeah. I'm on board.
Greg's on a tear, but
so is T-Slice.
He faces Travis, who also has had a bit of ups and downs. He's got Pittsburgh D against Jacksonville. He's got Kamara against Atlanta.
I'm looking at these matchups, and I just...
Kyler Murray. 27 projected points against one of the worst defenses in the league.
And they might be underselling him. That's insane.
Yeah, Kyler Murray's been hot fire.
He hasn't scored under 27 in 6 weeks.
Are you kidding me right meow? What the heck?
That's a keeper and a half. It's a keeper and a half. If you ask me,
like
the 6th, I think.
5th round. Get him in the 4th.
Keep him in the 4th. Wow, that's a decision that Travis will have to make next year.
It's a big decision.
I'll tell you what, though. You know who I think is the difference maker in this game?
Talk to me, boss.
I'm looking at Curtis Samuel, running back for the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, wow.
I'm looking at Curtis Samuel's 5 projected points against the woeful Detroit defense. Because here's the thing. Here's the problem with Dalvin Cook against Dallas is that Travis has Alvin Kamara against Atlanta. He's going to be able to cancel him out. The only Dalvin Cook stopper is Alvin Kamara, the only running back in the league who's been better than him this season. It's RB1 versus RB2. And gimme, wow, I don't know. Chargers against the Jets, but Pittsburgh against Jacksonville.
I know.
Here's the problem, though. That Chargers against the Jets pick is way riskier than Pittsburgh.
Then Pittsburgh. Call it trap game again?
No. Well, I'm just saying it was trap game for New England defense last week. But I just mean it's way riskier than Pittsburgh against Jacksonville. Like Pittsburgh against Jacksonville is a lock for 8 minimum. It's probably closer to 12, 13. Could be huge if they score a touchdown. There is a chance that the Chargers' not great defense gets beat by the deep ball because their secondary is hobbled by Joe Flacco. And all of a sudden, if they don't turn Joe Flacco over, it could look bad. Amari Cooper probably looks good this week. Andy Dalton likes to target Amari Cooper. You look at that 7 for 780. That was an Andy Dalton week.
Minnesota has been leaky.
Yeah,
against fantasy wide receivers.
These matchups, I expect this to be high flying. This is going to be. Who's Travis putting in for? It's Kenny Galladay coming in.
Kenny Galladay
coming in for what's his face? Probably. He's probably gonna play.
Allen Robinson.
Here's the problem though. If Matt Stafford doesn't play, that could be hurt. That could hurt him.
Ooh, that would hurt.
But then he puts him over at all. He's fine.
I don't know. This is a tough matchup. This is a very tough matchup.
I'm picking Travis's special teams.
Kyle Murray, dude.
I can't. Oh, man, I've been on the Greg hype train all season.
Right, you've been
Greg's
been
my boy, but I've abandoned mascot. Greg. I am on the Jeremy hype train. Wow. We talked about it earlier. Except for when he gets stack corrected out. Sides? No, I'm not switching sides. I just think First of all, everybody here knows I'm on the Travis hype train. I am a Travis fanboy. So don't make me pick. I'm a Travis fanboy, and for other leagues that may or may not exist, I am an Alvin Kamara fanboy. So
yes,
Alvin Kamara for $1 million, a big matchup.
Listen. Hot take.
Jameis Winston, big buffed Alvin Kamara.
You're gonna see a lot of Latavius Murray this week.
Probably, but you're gonna see a lot of Alvin Kamara. Dropped Latavius Murray like 2 minutes ago. Go pick him up.
Okay.
That means it was a good drop, by the way. Picked up David Moore, wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks.
Gross.
Tyler Lockett doesn't play? Give me some David Moore.
I don't know who to pick. I don't know. I'm picking Travis. I'm doing it.
Curtis Samuel's 5 projection.
The must win.
Travis is projected for like 120 points. He gets Kenny Galladay's 13, and he gets Curtis Samuel's, 8, not 6 for some reason. Like
going Travis.
It's the special teams.
What a
for
matchup!
Me.
Matchup of the week.
Derrick Henry against Baltimore. We didn't mention that.
I know. I covered it. Matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week, but for me, it's Travis.
Good luck, boys. Good luck. Garbage bolt. Nobody cares who wins this game. Ka-chow.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. Until I get stack corrected into my win on Thursday, I'll be 4-6 instead of 3-7, and we can make our push for the playoffs. Coming off of this win, where we'll be 5-6.
Listen,
we both, for the record, before either one of us spoke, we've already locked me in.
We're picking Anthony. We're moving on. Kyle, your job is done. You got 2 wins. You're the best.
You got 2 wins. Give it up, buddy. Give it up.
Take a bow.
Take a lap.
Exit stage left. All right, you're done.
Later, Dink. I got David Moore in now because it's troll. Not sure if I'm going to play him or not, though. It's Mike Williams. David doesn't play.
Oh, who are we debating?
It's David Moore for me if Tyler Lockett doesn't play. It's
Mike
Williams. It's Mike Williams if he does. Very simple. Cooper Kupp on the bench.
Yeah, I see this.
Tired of it. Look at my running backs. There's no room for Cooper Kupp on this roster.
No, not at all.
Kenny Drake.
Wow, a lot of Thursday night players for you, huh?
Yeah.
A couple. That'll be interesting.
Just a pair. Nice pair. Well, it could only be one. We'll see what happens with Tyler Lockett.
All right. I want to do just a quick
glance at the
breakdown of the league.
Man, we're making this longer and longer. Dan says PJ Walker is going to start for the Panthers this week.
Wow.
Could happen.
Wow. Fire him up, I guess.
Give me whoever's playing against the Panthers defense.
Total points 4. Fellas. Travis leading the charge. Jeremy on his tail.
Wow, look at how this week has changed total points for ya boy. I was down in the dumpster. I am now 5th at 3-7.
Listen, you put up a 56-point week, you drop. Let me tell you.
And you and Nathan and David all put up 56-point weeks.
Yeah, we are.
And so did Dan. And all of a sudden, I leap up top, but my poor record is not gonna let me get in this one. Honestly, wow, it's funny because I'm looking at this and I go 6-7.
Don't do it. Don't say it.
7?
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Well, we're gonna get stack corrected and we'll be 4-6. 1 game out. We're fine.
Well, I mean, listen. Obviously, if you get stack corrected, that's completely different. But I was looking at that. I was looking at the fact that could a team get in at 6-7?
Is there a way? They all have 5 wins, so I don't think so. Actually, I don't know. It depends if they play each other too many times where they're automatically gonna get 7. But I'm looking at Nathan and I'm looking at David.
I know. Don't put that fake hope in my heart. All right, listen.
No, you're not getting in at 6-7. That's because you're not gonna win any more games. 3-10.
Listen, don't be mean. That's hurtful. As far as the records go, top 4 locked in.
They're in.
I feel pretty confident in saying that.
I think we determined that Bender has some games again. I think Bender and Greg play each other.
Yes.
I think
they have like a
week 13 matchup. I'll pull up
ultimate decider matchup.
I'll pull up the schedule while you're
super hype. 5-5 boys. Where you at? Let's get a W.
They play each other in week 13. Yeah, wow, it's gonna be huge.
That's gonna be a banger. 5-5 boys. It's your job to get in. Dan, listen, you're not out. You're still very much.
And Bender plays Jeremy next week in week 12. Wow, some huge collisions going to happen among the top of those leaderboards. Could determine the first round buys.
Very, very interesting.
Dan is alive. Everybody who's 5-5 and 4-6 is alive.
Absolutely. Without a doubt.
Dan has announced to put the fork in him that he is done. I'm inclined to agree. Sorry, friend. Think the injuries have finally caught up with you, but you're still technically alive.
You're absolutely still
You're still
technically in.
technically
And
alive.
listen, guys, I don't want to throw this out there, but if the 5-5 boys don't convert, you leave a tiny crack open for your boys
How many
down here.
scenarios did Doctor Strange say there were? But there's always one.
You gotta
There's
lock it
always
in.
one.
You gotta get to 7 wins. If you stay if you're hanging around 6 and 7 and you think that's gonna get you in, careful. Be very careful. Get your dubs now while they're hot and ready.
Wow, I
All
really
right,
thought I
boys.
was like totally dead in the water. I didn't think that there was a chance. And
No,
like
we're
there's
not. Yeah,
not, but I guess there is.
there
I'm not
definitely
holding
is.
out hope.
No, I am not either. Absolutely not, because my team is just
Wow,
bad.
looking at
But
that standings
it's
has now made me more sad than I've been all week.
I'm sorry.
Because like if I was 4-6, leading everybody in points
Yeah, very much in it.
with
Very much in it.
a very, am I? My last 3 games are Kyle, Dan, Nathan. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna go 6 and 7.
You might get in at 6 and 7, buddy.
I have 2 teams.
You might get
Look,
in.
guys, I was really busy at work these last 2 days. I wanted to build a margin of loss analysis for everybody today, but I've had to do real work the last couple days. I have lost 4 games this season by 5 points or less, 2 of which have been by less than 1 point, less than half a point. I am the unluckiest fantasy player I've ever seen in this league. In another league, thank God Nick Chubb went out of bounds.
Listen, perfectly balanced as all things should be,
All
boys.
things should be,
All right, that wraps it up. 5 and 5 boys, get it done. As far
Don't
as
get
we
it
are
done.
concerned,
Lose them all.
we
Except you,
are
Travis.
done here. Thank you for joining us. We will catch you. Oh, give me that plus 19. We're coming for platinum, baby. Woo!
I gotta get in some of these garbage leagues that you play in. Let me tell you.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
I only play in highly competitive leagues, and it really hurts the rating. Really
Hey,
hurts the rating.
I'm in very highly competitive.
That is not
right?
true. I watched the way your work colleagues drafted.
you leave them alone. They're nice people.
What's your record in that league?
Honestly, it's not that good. I didn't have a I don't have a. I'm Jeremy in that league. I have all the depth in the world at all the other positions, but I have no quarterback or tight end. All right, boys. That's it. Have a good night.
Comment, and subscribe.
Goodbye.
Peace.